君とどちらが正しいのかなんて誰にもわからないさ僕らだけの世界ギフトテイクさ補い合えた暁には同じ夢を見たい君は過去意と苦しめて一人ぼっちにさせたのは少し僕のせいなんだよなごめんねだけど見るべきはリアルだ今こそ僕が助けるんだ抱えないで信じて頼ってほしいんだ今じゃないメラメラとなぎるこんな僕にも潜んだ正義が場所のない衝動に駆られてほら気づけば手を握っているほどけないそんなに荷物を背負い込んでどこへ行くのほんのちょっと僕にちょっと預けてみてはこんな僕も君のヒーローになりたいのさララララララララララララ
Hey, we all know how we're gonna die, baby. We're gonna crash and burn.
Making out telling a goddamn said I keep telling you it's alright. A parallax view that you can't unscrew when it all just gets so tight.
I think I was. Let me. Dude, I have a feeling this shit's gonna get claimed as fuck. I think this song's gonna get claimed. Holy shit. Oh man. I'm not gonna risk it. Hello. Please, welcome to First. Hello KBJ, hello KCS. Hello Mega. Hello. Hey Arceus. Hey Vermifeared. Balls. What's good? Okay, looks like we got a replay. Top replay. Okay. Feel like I might have seen this on a KBJ stream. No. Alright, yeah. Plan is Pocket. How you doing? Pretty good. How are you doing? Ooh. Yeah, this looks like a... Yeah, this looks so mighty familiar. Alright, we're just gonna skip. We're gonna watch. What do you think of alternate cross, bro? It seems fun to pull off. It's definitely the type of card I would be attracted to trying to pull off. It being Ultra Beast is probably like its most saving grace. Dude, okay, it's 3 a.m. and the goddamn sleeping is not working. Uh-oh. Clown card. Raging clown card. Damn. That's what we think of the cross. Hey, Lily, how's it going? We are witnessing... This combo's still going? Oh my god, bro. If this guy fumbles, I'm gonna crash out. If this guy fumbles, like... Nightmare Phoenix? Okay, that's pretty... This is not unheard of. Oh yeah, Discord. Yeah. I need to pin that. Alright. Okay, he's scared. Brother! I'm fucking crashing out. I need to join? Let's go. This is not real. I'm just gonna... You're supposed to banish the token. Are you kidding me? This is... I'm gonna start calling out these replays, man. Why am I being shown this? Epic Shimon victory. My opponent fumbled. I'm so... Can I exchange to view my replay? I'm actually gonna start calling these out. Like this is not... Like that was a big fumble. I'm okay with my opponent misplaying, but that was just like genuine paid actor shit. Oh, pick one? Okay. Alright. But I mean, this is like very specific case of like, oh, here's how I break this unbreakable board. Like, if I see that type of replay and it turns out the opponent just like fucking, I'm out. I think I'm gonna start making that a rule. Can I exchange to view my replay? Yeah, you can. Wait, are you unable to? Don't ask me why my opponent bundled. Just like I'm not making you have to answer that, but I'm just like, I don't think I want to watch these replays anymore. Plus I had to sit through all of the fucking comboing, you know. What the fuck, dude? Oh my god. Illusion of Chaos, let's go. Now he's starting to play like me. when I picked up this deck, holy shit. Buh. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Alright, you know which one? All right. Yeah, I do. I think yeah. Let's go, Abomination. Let's go. Yeah, I don't think this guy can come back. Abomination. Let's go. Let's go. Buh. All right. I think I already said my piece. All right, let me see your replay, Lily. Thank you for the replay. Give me a second to add your... You did give me your friend code earlier. Wait, where? Oh, shit. Lily, I think you need to give me your friend code. Did I not add you? Ursia scammed? Oh, is Ursia next? Alright, wait. Well, in the meantime, Lily, give me your friend code. Yeah, Ursia's next. That's right. I'm a little slow. Pick one. All right, we got Jinzo posted up. Okay, I like this one. This looks hella nice. I'll keep it a surprise. Ursia's got me. That's all good. It worked out. It worked out. Oh my god. No. That is not the recession indicator, Dark Corridor. Oh no. Alright, this might take a while. I will, like... This shit was hilarious? Alright. I can kind of keep up. With 2x speed for this deck. Okay, you have C in the grave. Oh no, he's gonna Ceruli. Oh, wait a second. Can we FF this movie? Yeah, we're fast forwarding. Oh no. Oh no. That's not good for him. That card destruction does not seem good for him. Also, nice freaky triggers. This does not seem good for your opponent. Alright, Ash Blossom, sure. Okay, we have Infirm. That's nice. Don't tell me... Oh, okay, he doesn't fumble the Allure. Archives, sure. Holy shit. Apo. Okay, we have Imperm, so it's fine. Fabled Raven? That's a throwback. There was debates back in the day whether that was worth playing. Fabled Raven. And I kind of saw the idea. Like, oh, Fabled Raven's not worth it because it actually doesn't do anything. It's just a discard enabler. Oh, Tiara. Oh. Okay. Tiara. Okay. That's crazy. Wait, hold on. I need to... Oh, fuck. Dude, he just got Tiara. Fuck. This is literally... No. This is like literally the nightmare scenario. Anytime, like, if you bring it up into the, I don't know, Master Duel meta chat, the Master Duel meta general chat, you'd be like, hey, I want to build Tiara deck. And then someone will green text you, like, top deck any Light Fiend, GG. This is like literally like the nightmare scenario. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. You know, while that's going on, I'm going to just do my... I'm just gonna do... Oh my god. I mean, you just smoked him. You just smoked this guy. Holy shit. I fear I cooked after this? Oh my god. Ice cream? Easy. Easiest game of your life. Oh my god. You didn't even play fucking... I mean, you didn't... You had to switch gears. You had to lock in. It was no longer ABCs. You had to log in. Okay, that was... Oh my god. Why is he like standing like that? Alright. What's your ID, Lily? Am I following you? Yeah, I'm following you. Oh, I got it. Thank you. Alright. Pretty sure I don't follow you. Form. I imagine it's this one. Oh my god. Alright, we got 3 pieces. Off to a good start. Will this rival Arya's Madolche? He has the wrong energy? Oh yeah, he's not there yet. He can't do alternate crossbow. It was pure luck? There's no way. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh, you don't top deck it. Nuh-uh. Okay. Oof. That felt weird. Alright, so close. Why would you do that? I was so hyped for a second? Yeah. Lil bro's not shy. Super poly? Disgusting. Alright, you're still in the game. You're still in the game. Ice cream. Oh, I see now. You search it. I was like, how do you get it? Oh my god. You fried him. Exodia. Alright. Well done. Well done, Lily. Pure luck. Exodia. I'll do one more. Sigma boy, Sigma boy, Sigma boy. Alright, we'll just let this go in the background. I'm so happy about that. I'm glad. Here, let me pin you guys since you Buh. Who is this? Permafear? No, I don't know. I feel like Buh wouldn't derank all the way to gold. Oh, hey, Surfa, how's it going? I was just 9 a.m. Makata. Pakata. Yeah, pocket. 9 a.m. pocket. Yeah. Can you believe I'm still one exam? You're almost there. You'll survive this winter. But yeah, good luck on your. How do you feel about the rest of your exams? Or how about the exams you just took? Yeah, I think I could just get my dailies done here. When I was like 9, Field gets my resolution has starting exams. Let's go. Wait, don't play Cyrus. Don't play Cyrus. Oh my god, I need to intervene. I think you still head smash here. Why is the auto so bad? I don't know. We had a... I just don't trust it anymore. Oh, he needs just one. No, 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 no. Oh my god. Stop. Otto's trying his best. Okay, now we'd use the Cyrus. I didn't trust. Genuinely did not trust Otto to clutch that one. Yeah, I think we're done. Cool. Oh wait, we have a pack we can open. Oh yeah, Arya is reading the Kudo board. Have you ever listened to Corridos Tumbados? That sounds familiar. Is it a song? You can put it. We can pull it up. I could probably have heard it. Yesterday, so funny. What happened? Celestial Guardian. I know, Orm. You're on the second monitor. Orm. For a second, I thought you were saying Arya has me on the second monitor. That scares me. That scared me for a second. But it's just you. All right, I'm good. You know, I don't have a Delmise, guys. Like, I pulled Royal Maker, then immediately generate Royal Dragon. Let's go. Yo, Rainbow Art. Oh my god. Get ready. Hey, actually, this is kind of cute. I can send you one? Okay. How many... I dodged the Delmise fucking allegations. Is that crazy? I'm still missing shit from my... You know... I'm still missing shit in this pack. But I dodged some really shit cards. I mean, I want Delmise to be good, but like, let's see, here's what I have so far. Yeah, this is Delmise. Delmise EX. We dodged it. We have every other EX except for Delmise. We're missing Turdinator, unfortunately. Primarina. Crazy I don't have a Primarina. Tapu Koko. Compe. I hope and pray that Tatsu's actually good one day. Tatsu EX, let's go. Conkeldor. I think this is... I'm missing both Lycanroc, I'm pretty sure. No, I have the regular. So I'm missing... Okay, this Lycanroc. Okay. Komodo, okay. But that's... Yeah. This is not bad. This is not bad. I actually prefer this compared to the regular art. The regular art is a little bit freaky. Little freaky guy. I'm missing a Passimian if you have extras. Let me see. I can check right now if I have Passimian. I kind of want to play regular Passimian. That doesn't seem too bad for like a aggro fighting deck, but build a deck with it. You said you Delmise EX? Yeah, I wouldn't mind too, actually. If you guys have like fucking extras, because I know for sure those people like pulled like 8 of those things. Let me see. I'm pretty sure I have more. Okay, yeah, so I can definitely spare a Passimian. Oh, wait, hold on. I have only one Passimian. Orm. Wait, I thought I had more than one. Damn it! I thought I could give it away. I'm gonna attempt to, as one say, hit the hay. Also hit the sack, go knock out, or take a 1 hour nap. All right, good luck with sleep. You have to wake up early. All right, what's next? Enjoy gaming, gang. All right. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. I'm sorry I like stream at late times. I'm pretty sure it's like fucking a good bit into the you're like EST, which is like past midnight. All right. All right. We close this. Let's see what else. Da, 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 da. Let me go on YouTube. I'm cooked, burnt beyond recognition. Microwave ramen, no water. We ball. Hopefully, there's better days. All right, I'm not gonna play immediately. Let me pull up one of the. So this is from the Discord, the React Andy suggestion. All right, can you guys form here? I can always minimize this. Actually, I could. Actually, let me not minimize this. Browser general. All right, does this fuck with the? It doesn't fuck with it that much, actually. Okay.
If you saw my post yesterday, this is just a podcast version. There's no need to watch this video if you already read the post. This will probably be my last video about duelist events because I'm not trying very hard to innovate or learn more about the format anymore. The season is over, but I did want to update some information in my videos I think is outdated to answer some questions. The first is Vanquish Soul K9. I still like this deck, but the way it loses is a little bit unsatisfying for me. The way players describe Vanquish Soul K9 here is that it's a very cohesive deck in that it's not really weak to any non-engine, breakers, or hand traps,
and
it interacts well into all engines as a result of having built-in removal in the main deck as well as targeting dodges. It may seem like breakers should be good because it doesn't have negates, but the field spell protects from destruction, and more importantly, the deck generates too much advantage and cards can come down from the hand. Think about it like this. Evenly should be a good card into Vanquish Soul because they have back rows and monsters and no negates. But what ends up happening
Why?
is that...
No, okay, what? What is this thought experiment? That does not even make sense. Like, if you actually... Okay, like... Why would evenly be good versus Vanquish Soul? I don't know, maybe because I'm a Vanquish Soul player. Like, they don't really commit to the board that much. And, like, a lot of the interactions are, like, predicated on one monster that they bounce back. I mean, they could swarm, but... I know he's doing this for the sake of, like...
You evenly them, the werewolf rips the best card out of your
Oh, we're
hand,
fucked.
and they still have potentially 8
Oh, we
cards.
shouldn't have played
Then you
into the
have the
pheromones, so this could
Cosmo
cost
Pop,
us.
Caesar Pop, Holy Seal, or Summon. That can summon Mad Love Bounce, and then the Izuna will summon from hand as well. It's just way too much. But the issue with Vanquish Soul is that it self-destructs quite a few games. This term doesn't really translate that well into English. An example of a deck that self-destructs, in my opinion, is Memento. In terms of starters and extenders, if you count them, it's not too different from Snake Eyes, but Memento is far less consistent than Snake Eyes because Snake Eyes extenders such as Wanted or DFL Star function as starters or extenders. Memento extenders need another engine card, which means they are primarily extenders. You can still start with Draw Phase Bone Party and essentially full combo in the Draw Phase to play around Troll and Valor, but it's very easy to stop because you
Oh
do
man,
that
we're
unless you're
cooked.
good.
I
Memento
should
doesn't
have
get
paid
stopped that
attention
often,
to
but
the
sometimes
energy.
your deck is dead to one interrupt because they tested your
Oh,
mana
okay. I
and then
think
your hand has like
maybe
4
this is
times
bad.
in it.
The red
The
card
Vanquish Soul is the same. It's
probably
not necessarily
slows us
brick,
down.
but there are a lot of cards that do nothing without another card, such as Border or Caesar, or the Field Spell, or Dialong, or 6XA, 6XB, Force Liberation, Snow Devil, Case of K9, and Holy Sue sometimes as well. So occasionally your hand will force you into one line, and then that line will telegraph to your opponent that your hand is extremely bad, which means it becomes easy to interrupt when the deck should be very hard to stop. It happens quite often, to be honest, even with the standard build that everyone plays. I think part of why Vanquish Soul is the most popular deck is that it's just the most resilient. Every deck in the format has target hate that is devastating. Retaliating Seed for fusion decks, Lancia for Mal's or Fishron, Droll for everything else except for Yummy. Yummy's also pretty easy to hate out if you're really afraid of the deck, because you can play cards such as Tikaboo, or Ally of Justice, Quarantine, or Clockwork Knight, and specific breakers as well. Vanquish Soul can produce hands that lose a draw,
Oh, that's a
but it
pretty
ends
good
up being fairly resilient
move.
to targeted hate due to having a strong toolbox main deck and being actionable on both turns.
I think you're, yeah,
Various
I
floodgates
think
have been
putting the
tested. Someone
Type Null in the
tried to
back
decide
row
against
was
me.
a
Do not
mistake.
side that card. It is not useful against Vanquish
He's
Soul.
like not even
Mind Drain
committing.
is a better card, but I wouldn't even side that against Vanquish Soul, or I don't think you have to. If you just want a strong going first option, I think deck lockdown
Okay,
ends up being the most
Gladion
successful
saved
option
me.
for me, because Mind Drain can potentially be outed with Stake Your Soul if the hand is good enough, but it is worth to note that it's much easier for deck lockdown to mess up your own turn if you didn't manage to play. In general, floodgates are unpopular at the moment, particularly for side deck space, but also because you don't really need them to beat Vanquish Soul when you go first. Usually decks that are the most resilient to blowouts end up not being the best deck of a format. Yu-Gi-Oh! Tends to slightly favor power over consistency and resiliency historically, but Vanquish Soul also has a very high ceiling. They can't always make it, but the true Vanquish Soul god hand has like 12 interrupts, 8 cards in hand, and it's very hard to stop without lingering hand traps. Vanquish Soul just happens to be the most resilient deck while also achieving high power. I still don't think Vanquish Soul is that far beyond other decks. I'm not convinced the way Vanquish Soul is currently built beats Yummy and Malice, for example. Those matchups are extremely difficult losing coin flip, and you are not guaranteed to win going first.
Also,
Roll
like,
as opposed
he
to those two decks
telegraphed
which
that
can
he
very
has
well roll, and also
Buzzwole
just play
and
more maxi
Disseminate.
stops due to called by.
So I think we're fried. I think genuinely.
There's also a lot of
we're
OCG
cooked.
gameplay on YouTube, primarily from Japan, so I like to check in with them to evaluate my matchup understanding. If you watch, I would say Yummy tends to beat Vanquish Soul
Oh
more often
shit.
than not.
Does
and
he
that
really
also
not
kind of
have
matches my
it?
experience. Malice doesn't really win as often based on their footage, but I tend to disagree with the way Malice players execute in a lot of footage. For example, I think that Malice should always be going for the old Appaloosa line. Currently, a lot of players like to do Dormouse to March for Appaloosa, but I think they should just go for Dormouse to White Rabbit set TV11. It plays into Ash Blossom more, but it plays around Izuna, and more importantly, even if you get Ash, it kills one of the fires in your hand, and fire is the lowest quality attribute. There's only 9 good ones between Rosin, Jelung, and Ash, and after that we're getting into the fire kaiju. Steven Santoli recommended me Kurikara because that was one of the best cards for Vanquish Soul in the past, but it has not been testing well for me for the mirror right now. I think a lot of players...
Dude,
are
I
underestimating the
don't
games
understand
because they're lacking
Kurikara,
lessons
bro.
Vanquish Soul in general isn't horrible going second.
I
but it's
don't
definitely not good
understand
enough to play into
Kurikara
combo
and
unless you have
Vanquish
Maxi
Soul.
Fluid or
It's
Jordan,
a
which is not a
fire.
reliable strategy.
It's
That's partially why
like,
the
I don't know. I
Vanquish Soul
don't feel like
elements
there's
since
been a
release have
format where
changed into
Kurikara has been good.
Next, I want to talk about Paradise
Don't
Smasher.
Iono?
In my Vanquish
Oh
Soul
yeah,
video,
I'm
I
not
talked
gonna
about
Iono.
67 being overrated because it's hard to summon. I still believe that for pure K9, but it is less true for Vanquish Soul.
Plus we have Cyrus
Vanquish Soul
too.
has up to
to, like,
5
pick up the
non-locking light monsters
KO.
without Izuna, 7 with
Why is
Izuna, which means
VSK9
that you end
here?
up making number 67 rather trivially.
We're watching a Sunny
You still don't
video
always
where
want
he's
to make it
basically
if you
doing a
compare it to other
recap.
end board options. I feel like a lot of TCG discussions act like you always win when it resolves. If you don't make other things with the Paradise Smasher, you lose 3 very good bodies that could have been 2 to 6 other interrupts. That's usually
Oh
why people
yeah,
make
yeah,
Paradise Smasher
that's
every
another
time.
thing.
I've tested making it.
I've
no matter
mentioned
what,
this
and I found
before
that I would
too,
lose a
in
lot of games
like
if I prioritized it when it wasn't good. Think about it like this: if you didn't open K9s, you have the choice to go Ripper, Force
I mentioned this before. Like, what's the point of a floodgate if you're not threatening game next turn? Like,
Liberation, Nash, or C101, and Izuna in hand, or you can just make one Paradise Smasher because those are your only non-locking level 5s for the turn, and not make any of those. Of course, it's better to make an actual board. The only time it ends up being good is if they triggered Izuna, or if you started with K9s and then went into your Vanquish Souls uninterrupted, but then you open the best possible hand, and the Paradise Smasher is not the reason you won the game. The third situation I see it come up is when you get Maxi. I don't even agree with making it. Every time I see someone make Paradise Smasher into Maxi, they lose those games. 3 cards is just way too many cards to give your opponent just for one Paradise Smasher. I would say it comes up maybe 1 in 5 games for me, but it is technically very easy to make it in a Vanquish Soul deck if you force it. For comparison, it's nowhere near as toxic as Beatrice was in Fiendsmith in my opinion. But I do want it banned because it doesn't do good things. It probably won't be though. I had a banlist discussion with some friends as well, and this July list is very hard to make. The Justice Hunter decks are very hard to hit because Yummy hits can't really be effectively done without
Lucamine.
murdering
Okay, he
them.
has to do it.
Dragon Tail and K9 can
Dang,
have their
he's
turn 0
fried.
plays hit
He's
by hitting
giga
Yamina or
fried.
Izuna, but I personally don't really want them to do that. In general, consistency hits don't really work for these decks either because they search. There's too many redundant
Oh
searches in
my
the deck,
god,
so
poor
I'm
guy.
not really sure how they're going to do that. If they want to hit
So we
Vanquish
can,
Soul, then hitting K9s
hold for
isn't
Iono
actually that bad
later.
consistency-wise because
Dude,
forcing
what is
Vanquish Soul
this
to play searches
game?
is not the same as just having the attribute in hand because they will stop their turn 0 plays. The next deck I want to talk about is Yummy. Some YouTube analysis of the last
Oh,
early
but
June
this doesn't
post
even
was hyping up
have
Contact C.
support.
I'm not saying they're wrong, but my group tested Contact C very early on in the meta, and our opinion was that it was useless. It's definitely useless against decks that aren't Yummy, but even
Wait, I
against
don't even
Yummy,
have
you're just
to.
testing
I
them for
could have
melee
just
attack.
swapped
least
in
when people are playing
Rampardos and
Counter, but
Oko.
it's like
Yeah,
you're siding a
retreat
card that might do
into
nothing against
Rampardos.
most builds of one deck. I'll admit that no one is playing Cross Sheep in Yummy, that's actually a waste of extra deck space, but if they're Beast Lock, there's a lot of other cards you can play. For example, I was playing Ghost Reaper and Vanquish Soul, and it is
Oh,
actually
did
good against
I-
Yummy. It's completely useless against every other deck, but against Yummy, once you Ghost Reaper them, especially off of Obedience School, then they basically just instant lose. They have to find a way to search their field spell, and then find a way to search or place their other field spell to put their Snatchy back. There's a lot of target hate that works against Yummy. Contact C has a lot of opportunities. The next deck I want to talk about is Dragon Tail. I will never say something I don't believe in, but I do sometimes overcorrect for my bias. I never thought Dragon Tail was that good, even when I made my first Dragon Tail video, hence why my pinned comment says I lose a lot playing Dragon Tail, and it's the only Justice Hunter deck I don't play. I just tend to play expanding type decks the most. However, since Dragon Tail hasn't changed and it undeniably had results, I had overcorrected for my bias. and
You're
included it in the top
off,
decks as
please.
opposed to
Oh my
It's not a
god.
terrible deck.
Trade in
but having
progress.
A very bad matchup into the most popular.
All right,
deck
who
at
is
the
this
moment will
go?
inevitably
Who
make it
is the
irrelevant.
one giving
My
me?
explanation for Dragon Tail in the meta also had a bit of cognitive dissonance because it's the only deck I said.
I
had a hard matchup
forgot
out of all the
Delmise
top
is
decks, but I
tradable.
included
Okay,
it
what
there
the fuck do you
anyways.
want?
It's very sad because I do
Please.
think Dragon Tail is
What
a
the
cool
fuck
deck,
do you
but It will
want?
probably not do that much in the TCG.
Here's
because
what I
expect
have that are
Vanquish Soul to also be very
multiples.
popular in the TCG. So for Lunalight, I did end up testing this deck a little bit. I think it is good, but it might be checking the popular non-engine a little bit. It's fairly
Yeah,
good into Charmies,
Palkia.
less good into Droll and Lockbird, but some hands can play through it. but I found that it was struggling to play through Bestials. Also, Retaliating Sea is a massive problem, but that card fell off after Dragon Tail stopped being popular. No one is playing Bestials right now, really because they're good against none of the top decks, but the few Vanquish Soul players still playing Magnamut especially hurt a lot. I could also be comboing suboptimally, and practice Lunalight players would be able to consistently combo around Bestials, but
You have an
I'm not
extra
positive about that.
Gyarados.
Bestials may be more popular.
Can you
in
only
TCG
trade
due to Fiendsmith,
multiples?
but
Well,
there's a chance that Fiendsmith will also be hit by
no,
some
no,
of
you
the
can
rules, and I'm not
trade
really
your
sure
only
what's happening in
copy.
TCG ban lists. And then the last deck is
No,
Mitsuru, so I get
otherwise
asked about Mitsuru
anything?
a lot,
Okay.
and I'm not exactly sure why.
Do you
because I
want
would not analyze
Incineroar?
Mitsuru better than any TCG player.
Do you not
People
have
test
Incineroar?
Mitsuru
I can
here,
give
but
you
I
an
didn't do that because I
Incineroar.
was focused on the competitive season. I played a little bit against it recently, and
I don't
was
mind
using it
giving
quite
you
consistently with
Incineroar.
Vanquish Soul K9. However, I also just don't know where I'm supposed to use my interruptions, so there's no real matchup data to be taken from those matches. Take this with a grain of salt.
I have
I've
too
only played
many?
7
Fuck.
games, but
Okay.
it felt pretty hard to interrupt because the Vanquish Soul hand traps don't appear to interact.
Do you want
a
an
lot with that.
onion? I can give you an
Their
onion.
searches are triggers, and Vanquish Soul interrupts interact much better with ignition effects or decks that lose to monsters.
I know for sure I have
Here's
like
an
the old
Ice
stuff
Rise will beat
preferably.
the entire full
Okay.
resolution Holy Suit. Also,
I can give you
because the
onion.
monsters search on summon or tribute, even if you try to make a Ripper, they can choose a location where it dodges the interrupt. My impression of the deck might be wrong, but the way I was thinking about it was that the board wasn't that insane. It had the Raigeki, the fake Omni-Negate hand text, the real trap card Omni-Negate, and then Detonator, but the biggest issue was that the board had protection from destruction.
I think I
and
got
had
2 from
infinite
Neos.
follow-up, so
Fuck.
I felt like it wasn't that easy to play. Draw,
Alright,
or Maxi felt like the best hand traps, but that could just
Let's
be
keep
because they're the
looking.
lowest skill hand traps. Like, am I supposed to ash the spell search? Because that can't be right, since I have 6 of those. And there's so much redundant searching. I just felt like the deck interacted quite well with Izuna and Holy Suit, which meant that Vanquish Soul was short, useful interaction when it went second.
Would you like a Zapdos EX?
For your duelist advanced format, the only thing I can say confidently is that Droll will probably be the best non-engine of your format. What decks will be good in your format will depend heavily on the non-engine that's being played. I don't want to recommend something in particular because I feel like the formats will be quite different with Mitsurugi and with
That's
Justice
fine,
Hunters,
cool.
so I
Alright.
feel like my prediction would be inaccurate.
Wahoo, wahoo. Alright. OMG woman. Magic, are you in the right stream? Alright. OMG woman. Magic, are you in the right stream? OMG woman. Magic, are you in the right stream? Do you still need one more? Yeah, I'll take another one. Do you still need one more? Yeah, I'll take another one. I hear echoing. Yeah, I heard it too. I solved it. Don't worry. That scared me, dudes. Hey, Pervert. Bed. Oh, I see what happened. It auto-played into my stream. That's what happened. That was fucking annoying then. Alright. The worst mechanic. Let me turn off autoplay so I don't get cooked. I don't get jump scared by Okay.
Ritual summoning sucks. Out of all Yu-Gi-Oh summoning mechanics, it has to be the worst. There's a reason why we only have 7 Dwelling Book pages worth of ritual monsters compared to the 20 plus of fusion, synchro, even link monsters. Why the
You know what's
majority
crazy
of
about
ritual
rituals?
archetypes that currently
The first
exist are
machine
barely
rituals
playable,
in the game
while all the other one-offs are simply
are
dregs of
like
nostalgia.
literally
It's because, dare I
Drytrons.
say it again, ritual summoning sucks. But it doesn't have to. Konami has shown us in recent years that it's possible to make good ritual decks. And as a not biased at all premier ritual summoning aficionado, I have my own ideas on how to improve the mechanic further. So that brings us to the topic of today's video. We're going to talk
Alright, thank
about
you.
2 things. Number 1, why ritual summoning at its core flat out blows. And number
Actually,
2,
you
how
can
it's
hold
been
off,
improved on so
Seraphel.
far and how we can
I am still
improve
pulling
it.
the Solgaleo pack, so I might
The
incidentally
first thing
get
you
a
need to
second
realize
copy.
about ritual summoning is
You
how
don't-
insanely
You don't
specific
have
its
to go for
requirements
it.
are.
You don't have.
You need the ritual
I'll
monster
hit
you
you
want
up
to summon,
after I'm
the
done
ritual spell
with
that is
this
associated
pack
with it,
stuff.
and any number of monsters whose levels either add up to or exceed your baby blue. There are some exceptions to this, but they aren't the norm. On paper, this might not sound too difficult.
sure these
Creeper
are
version of
cats
Rights
die,
alone
it's
grabs
like
2 of these,
balls.
doesn't it, Toon World?
Oh, by the way, I should probably pause this. I'll play this though.
Then all I need is some material. Sure, pre-prep is basically God's gift to man, but unless you're a good player like I am, there's no way you're always opening that beauty, and some ritual archetypes can't even play it. We do have quite a few other generic searchers, Preparation of Rite, Diviner Setting Herald the Arclight, or the classic Mongshu and Senshu duo for example, but these only source either the ritual spell or the ritual monster. I haven't even brought up where you're getting the material to tribute. In a vacuum, ritual summoning is more or less a rigged 3+ card combo, and rogue players should know how hard it can be to pull those off. Contrast this with, say, link summoning. You literally just
Good
need
start or
to
just bait?
think about the requirements on link monsters
That's
like
pretty
IP
good.
Masquerena, the Nightmares, or Appaloosa.
That's a good
2
spot to
non-link
be in.
monsters, 2 monsters with different names, 2+ monsters with different names. In theory, 2 copies of
Bruh.
Bolt Penguin could make Masquerena. A cat you find on the street and some loose change could make a Nightmare. The pile of tax returns I haven't mailed back to the
Going
IRS
first
yet
sucks
could make
with
an
this
Appaloosa.
deck. Oh my god.
Admittedly, there are
I always
some
go
link
first
monsters that
versus
are a bit
fucking,
harder to summon here and there. Also, in a vacuum, link monsters that have a higher link rating than 2 or 3+ card combos like ritual monsters,
We
but
need
link
10
summoning
hours
is still
silent
so
background.
much easier than ritual summoning. There are plenty of engines that, though not intended for the former, work exceptionally well with it, but that wouldn't work well with the latter. Sure, many modern ritual decks have been designed to be insanely consistent to the point where it's not all that hard to gather a ritual
that
monster,
sucks.
its corresponding spell, and tribute fodder. Necros is
that was
historically renowned for
fucking
this,
wild.
though I'd argue Peacekeeper was the first to genuinely make the push. Mitsurugi is doing a hell of a fine job at present. Furthermore, as I already alluded to, Konami has printed many generic ritual searchers that, despite my
Alright.
critiques, are
I think
unequivocally
we're
relevant.
fried.
And as we will discuss later, many ritual decks have been streamlined so they aren't 3+ card combos as they would have been in theory. Yet, in a sense, you'll always be playing catch up to other summoning mechanics, you know? You give the same level of consistency to an Xyz deck or a synchro deck,
Oh
and it
my
can
God,
run
this
so
is
much
fucking-
farther than a ritual deck given the same. Consider that you don't ever need to search for the former. There's this
That's fine.
funny little thing called an extra deck you might have heard of, where those Xyz monsters and synchro monsters will be forever on standby. The
I like the
aforementioned
Kirby
link
Air Ride
monsters too.
music.
So while you're scribbling
Magic,
to solve a
you don't
puzzle,
understand.
your
We
opponent will
have
be doing something
in the
like
background. I hate
Toon World
incantations.
without
Those cards are
fusion
weird.
summoning.
Those cards are very
Yes,
weird.
there are quite a few similarities between this mechanic and ritual summoning. To summon a fusion monster, you need
The
a fusion
scream,
spell
yeah.
and
We
2+
just have like a
monsters of a
VTuber in
certain
the
name
like
or type.
like
The fusion mechanic
those
has
videos,
historically
like, 1
faced the
hour
same
silence
issues,
broken
specific
by-
requirements that I've coined for ritual summoning here. Though there is one
Broken
thing
by,
that distinguishes
like-
the two in the form
Oh my
of
god, we're fucking. That's good insight.
when it
for the
comes to
background.
building a ritual deck, you need slots for your ritual monsters, slots for your ritual spells, slots
Dude,
for
we're
all
so
the extra
fried.
chunk to get to them. Then, if your ritual deck lacks good built-in tribute fodder, you need to make room for that too. All of this ends up consuming quite a bit of main deck space to the point of being
My bad,
uncomfortable.
I scream in
The
the
quality that's
background,
defined in
yeah.
plenty of competitive decks throughout Yu-Gi-Oh's history is
Don't
having an
worry, you're
engine that is
forgiven.
very condensed. This is important because it allows the player to fill that leftover space with generic,
Ray
good value
Bogies.
staples that they can use to interact with and overcome a broad range of game states. Zodiac back in 2016 could be piloted
Alright,
off
I
of
mean, he
around
doesn't seem to have
18
very
archetype
much
or related
on his
supporting
end.
cards.
I
Rizal
just
in the modern day
used
did it
both
off
of
of
my
15
fucking
pre-April 2025
folks,
ban
so-
lists. Invoke demands just 9, and yet your opponent will still have an invocation after you Ash Alistair. Many ritual decks in the past have fallen flat on account of the fact that they waste so
Uh-oh,
much
he's coming
space on
back.
their engine. Ultimately, they end up lacking enough options to answer their opponent if they haven't
Or-
already established their own board. Demise/Ruin and
Alright,
Neptus
we
to
died
give
at
2
Pheromones, then.
examples, 75% of your average deck list for these archetypes is just combo pieces.
All you
If you
need
go
to do
second
is-
and you're drawing, say,
Okay,
2
Buzzable,
ritual
yeah, 'cause we still
monsters, a
died
ritual
to
spell, and some bulk, I don't know if you'll be able to play through the behemoth that is a Malice end board. You can increase your deck count above 40 to compensate, yes, but it's
Oh,
hard to
okay.
win out over value over another deck that doesn't have to do that. Alternatively, you could also just play less engine, but then you risk not being able to ritual summon at all. A contributing reason to why Voices
Oh,
Force has
how
been
do we get
viable in the
outta
past
here?
year of me making this video is because it can execute its game plan requiring only
that's
about
one.
20
Okay,
slots at
we're getting
minimum. The
closer.
remainder is typically just
Are you trying to
hand traps.
demise?
Yet,
please? Let's
even
go.
then, it's been overshadowed by other options.
Oh,
But Toon
no,
World,
this
if
is
my
bad.
deck is all gas, can't I just push through my opponent's interactions or get lucky, go first, and just make an unbreakable board? Sure, you can. A caveat to this whole deck space argument is that, though we've had competitive decks that minimize their engines, we've also had others that thrive off of pure engine. Lightsworn and Tearlament come to my mind. You literally mill your heart out and play through anything that isn't named Dimensional Shifter. Drytron, and an archetype that feels kinda weird to say is a ritual deck but still qualifies as one, would just vomit out an unbreakable board bar your opponent's restraining order.
Oh my god.
Yet, this sort of creates a polarizing
Lusamine right
gameplay
now.
where you either just completely shut your opponent down or fail to make it off of the ground. And I don't think ritual summoning should have to be defined by that trait. A healthy mechanic should be able to support multiple avenues of play rather than favoring one above all others. Something
it's
else to
checkmate,
consider
right?
regarding
Because
ritual
there's no
summoning
way
is how much it
we-
consumes in hand
Unless
advantage.
we
I need to emphasize
draw
again that we're
Rampardos,
talking
I
about the
don't think there's a
mechanic
way
at its
to
basal
survive.
state. Konami has improved upon this fault
Reaction
by
with Herald
supplementing
Zone
modern
is
ritual
valid.
archetypes with additional search
True.
effects. Nonetheless, you can't deny
Alright,
that ritual
I think we
summoning is
scooped.
naturally a -2. You summon a monster at the cost of the spell to do so, and the fodder attributed. If you aren't an archetype that has a card with a lovely fine text, this card counts as an entire tribute, you could potentially lose more resources. Now, this wouldn't matter in the case of summoning something insane. The coup de grace that will blow away Kaiba's life points, founded on the unbridled power of friendship. But in reality, most ritual monsters are kinda average? Before you get mad and start pointing at things like Necros of Unicorn, Hail of
Not even
Perfection,
Unicorn.
or whatever the
Trish
heck the
is pretty
Drytron ritual
strong.
monsters are
Like,
called
Necros
by
of
forget their
Trishula was
names,
pretty
you should
strong
know
for the
that I
time it was
agree.
printed.
There are some pretty decent ritual monsters here and there, but the rest are mid, no? Mid in the sense that you're investing so much to summon a choker wannabe that sets a
Doombreaker's
slightly
not
better
that
deck.
bad.
A
Come
mildly
on.
entertaining battle trick.
Be
the
ser-
chance that your
okay.
Vengered Slayer gets to inherit
Be-
even
okay,
one
be-
single
be
cool effect of
serious,
Response Slays
guys.
and isn't just an average 9-5 working
No,
do that
no,
becomes
no,
rank
no,
6
no,
material.
no,
For the
no,
record,
no,
I'm
no, no,
especially salty
no.
about Vengered because I had so
These,
much
like,
respect for them when they first got
not
announced,
the
only to
first
get hit with the
examples that
classic
come to
TCG
mind,
exclusive wombo
as far
combo.
as,
I
like-
learned my lesson, never expect anything. Essentially, you're putting up with all the downsides of ritual summoning to summon something that is okay at best. When monsters from other summoning mechanics, or even your typical run-of-the-mill
I've
main
played
deck
with
monsters,
those,
replicate some of
man.
these effects,
They're
or just
just-
have better versions of them without sharing the hassle, what's the point? What exasperates this mediocrity is the fact that the majority of ritual
Okay.
monsters simply don't do anything. in
Albazoa,
hand.
I will
They're
say.
just
I
dead
will
until you
concede
summon them,
Albazoa.
meaning you usually have
That guy
one less
gets
card to
cooked.
push through whatever negates your opponent has set up. Sure, Magician Black
That guy
Chaos
gets cooked
Max
by a
is a
lot of
wannabe
things.
Azathoth once it hits the board, but
Buzz
until then,
Avalon,
it's the
yeah,
equivalent
but-
of drawing a Blue Eyes in your opening hand. Except Blue Eyes per its flavor text is virtually and can actually be tribute summoned. Am I being harsh on ritual monsters? Yeah, I sort of am. A lot of the examples I claimed are bad or average, also the others that I didn't get the chance to bring up, really aren't the worst things in the world. They are at least playable compared to concepts like Sheminize or Level Up. But again, when you consider the fact that a lot of ritual monsters have effects that are so similar to effects on many extra deck monsters, most of which are easier to summon than themselves, you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth the effort to bear with ritual summoning's inherent flaws to summon a shell of another? Maybe you just love these blue cards as much as I do and don't care about these grievances. If not though,
Can I count
why
Mikanko?
bother?
Yeah, no, that's fair. I like. I mean, Kagura is still
So,
powerful.
I've dumped
Like,
on
don't
ritual
get me
summoning
wrong.
enough.
I think in the future,
It's time.
it is
to
very
place it.
possible that
Sure, the
Kagura
mechanic might suck
becomes
inherently,
like
but
a
where's
part of the
ritual
strategy.
summoning nowadays? Not in an awful position actually. That's because Konami has actually made an effort
Yeah,
to
yeah, no
improve
reason
it.
to poke. Yeah,
The first gripe I
exactly.
had with ritual summoning was how specific its requirements are. This can be and has already been overcome in two ways. One, increased consistency, and two, neo-ritual summons. Yes, earlier I had downplayed how much an added consistency could really do to improve ritual summoning. I'd argue that a super consistent ritual deck is never going to be on the same level as an XC deck or a synchro deck of identical stature. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't still grant this characteristic to the former. Even if ritual summoning may continually be somewhat worse than its brethren, it is without a doubt viable if it can be done easily. Hence why so many ritual archetypes nowadays have so many built-in searchers. Even if they don't, again, Konami has printed plenty of generic tools for ritual decks to tap. I have mentioned things like Diviner and Pre-Prep, but also consider the incantations and the Dogmatica package. Something that should happen more often,
Okay, that's
however,
the best
is the
one.
potential for ritual summons to go beyond your hand.
Fuck.
I'm dubbing this concept Neo-Ritual Summon, but no, I made this term up on the spot. Give me the ability to summon my blue cards using materials from the deck, the extra deck, or from the graveyard. Or let me summon a ritual monster from the deck or graveyard instead of having to draw it. Advanced Ritual Art, Necros Kaleidoscope, and Revenderate Evolution
Please heal,
are all
please heal.
amazing ritual spells that embody the former.
Okay.
High Ritual Art was
That
a
was-
try
that
the
was
latter,
huge for me.
but Mitsurugi Ritual is undoubtedly a better version of it. This obviously
Okay,
removes
Subarena
a
might
ton of
actually win
pressure on
here.
you to have to gather all the requirements to ritual summon in your hand or on your field. Consequently, this alleviates some of the losses to hand advantage that you otherwise would have suffered, and may even let you streamline deck lists by allowing you to cut down on certain engine pieces. Yes, you could argue that Neo Ritual Summon defeats the whole point of, or the whole fantasy of ritual summoning, that this feeds into the whole power creep of the game. But we can't afford to keep things traditional all the time. It's not like summoning from the deck is all that different from summoning from the hand. And power creep stems far
Koshin?
beyond just the ritual mechanic. Allowing ritual summoning to be more dynamic and
If I get
would make the decks that
Gladion
offer
is out
a
of the
lot
question,
more
right?
fun and flexible.
Gladion's dead.
Let's also just make ritual monsters do more things. For one, let more ritual monsters search cards on summon. Megalith, Ophiel, and Skull
Revenger
Guardian
just revolves
immediately
around
replace
zombies.
themselves when
Yeah.
they hit the board,
Okay, yeah, we
which
win.
is nice to minimize the losses to hand advantage.
But like
It's
with the new
simple and
support,
proven
they're
to
pretty
work.
solid.
If we don't want to do that, then let more ritual monsters source out extra
The
bodies
one thing
instead.
I'd say, oh,
DHP
we're fucking
Nerimonis can
goated.
summon DHP bodies from the grave, you could summon the body you just sacrificed, an abyss to resupply your resources, or another copy of itself for an additional negate. The Mitsurugi ritual monsters can summon themselves attributed, making it as if you didn't use any tribute fodder for your effects in the first place. Shino Baroness Peacock can summon an unsuspecting rock from your deck that will make your opponent smile so happily at you. Both of these options just de-risk ritual summoning as a whole. You're not dumping all your eggs into a basket hoping things will pan out. Your efforts instead continue to build momentum. Also, why not let more ritual monsters do stuff in the hand? Increase their utility beyond their field presence. Mikanko Ohime is pesky on board, but also a way to search for any Mikanko card while in hand. Mitsurugi's Ami no Habakiri no Mitsurugi does something very similar, simply tutoring out its archetype's main deck monsters with ease. These are two prominent examples, though even giving a ritual monster something small like a Cerebus-like effect would be neat. Naturally, there needs to be a fine balance to all of this. Yes, ritual decks need the changes we've discussed, and maybe even a few more that I didn't list. But to blatantly provide it all of them without second thought is disingenuous. Any deck can be broken if you dump a million different generic effects on it. Just look at Circular. Issue is, you risk creating a pile of slop rather than something with a well-defined identity. What I appreciate about Voiceless Voice and Mitsurugi, the two most recent well-performing ritual decks relative to this video, is that, as hinted already, they improve on ritual summoning while still being unique in their own regard. Voiceless has a pretty condensed engine, as I had said earlier, is insanely consistent, and has some really strong ritual monsters. The deck relies on low to gain many of its incredible effects. This creates choke points in this game plan, but feeds really well into its narrative of the girl being a priestess beckoning these larger-than-life gods.
Did he mention circular? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Like, where does he mention circular? Hold on. If I get heads, that's ideal for me. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't let me do it. I think we still want the research though.
Naturally, there needs to be a fine balance to all of this. Yes, ritual decks need the changes we've discussed, and maybe even a few more that I didn't list. But to blatantly provide it all of them without second thought is disingenuous. Any deck can be broken if you dump a million different generic effects on it. Just look at Circular. Issue is, you risk creating a pile of slop rather than something with a well-defined identity. Any deck can be broken if you dump a million different generic effects on it. Just look at Circular. Issue is, you risk creating a pile of slop rather than something with a well-defined identity. What I appreciate about Voiceless Voice and Mitsurugi, the two most recent well-performing ritual decks relative to this video, is that, as hinted already, they improve on ritual summoning while still being unique
I don't really
in
got
their own
anything to say
regard.
about that.
Voiceless has a pretty condensed engine, as I had said earlier, is insanely consistent, and has some really strong ritual monsters. The deck relies on low to gain many of its incredible effects. This creates choke points in this game plan, but feeds really well into its narrative of the girl being a priestess beckoning these larger-than-life gods. Check out my other video on them for some context, by the way, shameful channel plug. Mitsurugi, on the other hand, isn't as concise as Voiceless, but has so many damn good effects, some of which we covered already. In line with how reptile-type monster design has been trending in the past couple of years, the archetype relies on tributing bodies beyond just that required of ritual summoning to pump out some nasty combos. On the one hand, this could allude to the biological process by which many real-life reptiles renew their skin by shedding older layers. Your Mitsurugi names become stronger by sacrificing their kin. Or it could allude to the concept of yokai in Japanese folklore, evident through the human-like Mitsurugi main deck monsters having animalistic ritual counterparts. Essentially, we should make ritual decks better, but not in an ignorant manner. We should find ways to weave the necessary features we discussed into a provocative game plan rather than create a dull game plan just to meet the necessary features. By this process, we can make ritual archetypes that are up to par with archetypes owing to other summoning mechanics that still offer a fresh take on this game of Yu-Gi-Oh! We all love. Look, all of this is to say that ritual summoning is cool. It's flawed, but not nearly as flawed as it was in the past, or as I make it out to be. And as long as we keep on the trend we have been following for the mechanic, also acknowledging and implementing other fixtures that have worked or that have yet to be realized,
very
ritual
hard to
summoning
summon.
could
I don't like the
potentially
ritual
end
spell
up not
associated with it.
being Yu-Gi-Oh's worst mechanic.
Log in 2 games, yeah. To be honest, I'm not really locked in. I'm just like, Okay.
I'm not joking, by the way. I am quite the ritual aficionado. You see in this picture Necros, Geeky, Nephthys, and Voice's voice? I've actually picked up the Mai/Ruin Megalith and Nouvelle in the past, but had to sell them because I needed space and money. Strangely, I have not tried Mitsurugi yet, but I should since it seems really fun.
Oh
And
my
of course, better than
god.
Vendread, which Konami, I'm still waiting for that SSS tier support. Anytime now. Anyhow, thank you everyone for watching. We covered
This
a
actually
lot
could get
today,
obnoxious.
though I acknowledge my takes aren't all perfect. If you have anything to say, for example, if
It
you
was
agreed with one of my
interesting.
points and wanted to
I
offer
don't
some
think
additional
like there was
insight,
anything
or
like
if you just wanted to dunk on my dumb
he even
YouTuber,
admits to being
let
harsh
it
on
all out
the
in the comment
rituals.
section below. Subscribe if you
So,
can.
it's not like
Please check out the channel Discord, linked in the description. Also, if you're feeling
why that sounds
generous,
on
a
time.
tip of my
Among
Patreon
Us
would be
Fight
nice.
Ors.
Otherwise, I hope you have a good night.
Prage don't have. Okay, Gallade is coming. Oh my god, come on. Oh, this is bad. Lego MOCs video essays. Nice. What's next? This is why you play Rogue decks. That's the next one.
Marco knows this. He's moving his cards forward. Marcus Butchen is
That's
extending
it!
ahead. And that is it.
I remember watching YCS Balcom and being absolutely floored when Marco Perico won the event with World Chalice. At that time, World Chalice wasn't even a dot on the map. Pendulum was the most dominant deck, with Pendulum FTK having been Perico's last opponent. Archetypes like True Draco, Trickstar, and Dino were nestled below it. Perico had not only triumphed against the format's top contender, but had also managed to overcome many of the lower tier decks that presumably should have had a
Please
better
don't have
chance of
Giovanni.
beating.
I'll cry.
Let's
if you
now
have
fast
Giovanni.
forward to December 1st of that same year. Enter YCS Milan.
Amazing. Yeah. And the handshake, and there he goes. Oh my god.
Prior to this event, Prank Kids were a nothing archetype from some failed side set. If you look at the top 32 breakdown, Din was quite literally the only Prank Kid player in the running, and yet he managed to prevail in a Sky Striker and Thunder Dragon dominated format. Of course, this was in part because Prank Kids hadn't yet been discovered as a highly regarded threat in the metagame. Even so, for this one instance, they were an outcast. Why do I bring these two major tournaments up? Well, they were won by rogue decks of their specific time.
Okay, I think we're in a
Rogue
good
decks
spot.
are decks in card games that don't always follow trends
Even
in a
if
set
he has rare
metagame.
candy here,
You've probably faced at
he
least
still needs
one
another.
at some
We have
point in
have
your
enough
career to some
gas to
capacity.
charge.
Many players, competitive and casual alike, cherish and or look up to rogue decks. Some players flock to them as a norm irrespective of whatever format is underway. Why is this the case? Well, in order
Lock
to
in.
answer this question,
We
a
have 2
while back
shots at
I ran a
ranking up.
poll on my channel's community tab to get some opinions.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Why do you take up? Some of you might play decks that fit into Rogue. To these players, I ask. Okay, I don't know what the rest of the. I don't like. That's not true. I do like playing meta. You know, it's not like there's some rare instances where I don't like to. Snake Eye is probably one of them. Log in, yeah. I like being unique. Kind of. You know, it's like. I mean, part of it, I don't know. Wins with Rogue is a nice challenge. I don't know. I don't know about that. Rogue decks are just cheaper. I don't know. I just like learning. Like, okay, for like what it's worth, it's probably closer to being unique. But like a lot of the times, these Rogue decks don't have a good like how I describe it. Like Rogue decks that run Charmies and Impulse. Oh my god. I think like I like it. Like Super Quants. I was into Super Quants because that deck had barely. Thank you. That deck had no fucking literature associated with it. Like absolutely. I mean, there was people playing it, but like it was community sourced, and you can pretty much tell that like a lot. I don't know. Like I like learning how to like actually, you know, the deck building exercise of building rogue decks and learning what they do, you know, when there's not very much knowledge around, that is actually pretty appealing. I play rogue decks because I can't read. So I mean that probably falls more in line with being unique with rogue. But I usually disagree with like a lot of rogue decks, bro. Community source rogue decks, dude. Some of them make me want to crash out. Let's go, Surfo. I just saw your message. I want to crash out sometimes.
Alongside some personal speculation, I've devised 4 major reasons to explain this phenomenon. Let's start with the first. The reason that received the most votes on the poll, and a reason that I can agree with, is the concept that succeeding with Rogue serves as an engaging challenge for players. Again, per the definition of Rogue, these are decks that are underrepresented in a given format, or just underrepresented always. And there's cause for this. A lot of Rogue decks have flaws in their composition. Typically, a deck needs consistency, flexibility, and a strong win con in order to perform well.
Oh my god, this matchup.
If you look at a deck like Tierleman, for example, that deck dominated
the other guys we
format,
faced, like
since
bricks.
it could not only always get its engine going, it could also alter its combos
I
whenever the
wouldn't say
situation
something
merited
like that.
it, and could put out some
Sound
insane
like
boards on top of that.
Very,
Rogue decks may lack some component
in my opinion, I don't think
maybe
that's
they can't
very,
always pop off, maybe their strategy is too
reason.
linear and predictable, or maybe they just falter whenever they reach the finish line. This creates a scenario where, should anyone actually win with Rogue, it feels like a momentous accomplishment. Not only do you need to figure out the optimal way to build your deck to patch up its weaknesses,
Because I don't even
but you have to
honestly,
perform
I
at
think
the
people
absolute
don't
best
even
to
like
make sure you can reliably progress through a tournament. After all,
like spend that
any mistake for a Rogue deck hurts so much more than it
Or
hurts
on
for a
level,
deck.
like, we're searching that deck.
Think about that one time where maybe you activated your nation effect
Like Live
too
Twin
early and it cost you the entire game. Going back to
Malice.
YC Spockum, imagine how
I've heard
crazy
that
it must have
just-
felt for
I've heard
Marco to
Malice
prevail
described
through
that
what,
way.
10 to 12 rounds of
Sorry,
Swiss and
Live
top
Twin
cut with a deck
described
that
that
wasn't
in
even
that.
on the radar? Sure, you can argue that
It's kinda
some luck
rough.
was involved, but luck only gets you so far at times. If you actually go check out Marco's deck profile from all those years ago, you'll notice his specific meta calls and knowledge about the deck comfortably enable his success.
Okay, I think we put in the Skull Fossil now.
When it comes to choosing a deck in card games, you typically want to pick a deck that best suits your own personal needs and, to an extent, your identity. Rogue decks are that option for many people. We had mentioned prior how many archetypes in this category are flawed for one reason or
No other
another.
card game has as many rogue
Sometimes
decks
this
as
is
you
actually a
can
result
for
of said
everyone.
archetype trying to incorporate some
Doesn't
really
like
unique playstyle
Pokemon have like
or
a lot
gimmick
of
versus
viable
the norm.
decks?
This trait is oftentimes enough incentive for players to try rogue decks out over others.
Oh
On
my
top of
god,
this,
we're fucking
Rogue
screwed.
archetypes may sometimes represent an ideal that truly resonates with their
I
audience.
want to...
Lore or art shines
Oh, okay,
here.
this is okay.
I
This is
play the
actually
Yu-Gi-Oh!
not bad.
Archetype Punk, for
But our
example,
setup
because
with,
I really like how its cards represent a mix of different Japanese art
That's
forms
bad.
and the cyberpunk genre.
Never mind.
I'm
we're
sure
not
you were to go
goated
to
yet.
your
We're not
locals and
goated.
find
Oh, yeah,
your
we are
designated
goated.
rogue rascals,
Yeah, but you
at least
had
one of
13K
them would say
legal
something
cards? Okay,
similar
great.
about their respective deck.
Alright,
Finally,
we
a
still
part of this
kind of
argument that is
exploded
sometimes
Lucian, I think.
understated is the thought that rogue decks let you be individual to the crowd. When it comes to meta decks, everyone is gunning for them. It sometimes feels hard to stand out as a player when your build is identical to everyone else's bar some quote-unquote spicy techs. With rogue, you're at a disadvantage
Dude,
at
I feel
times,
like
yet
people
you know
gas
you're one
spicy
of the
techs
few
up so
that have
much.
dedicated love and care towards your lesser known
Oh my
archetype.
god.
You feel different from the norm and may not feel pressure to follow those trends derived by top players or by top builds.
I'm sorry, I can't relate to any of this.
Card game prices can really add up when it comes to format defining staples or decks. Though you'll have those players that can't afford to shell out that type of money, you'll also have players that try not to invest so much into their local scene. A lot of rogue decks can meet this demand, being affordable and enabling these types of players to join games at ease. Sure, not every archetype in this category, as previously
Do I
discussed,
attack this?
will be the utmost competitive. Furthermore, generic
Dude,
staples
I get
sometimes prove
one-shotted by
crucial
the
to rogue decks,
fucking
which can inadvertently jack
buh.
up costs. Yet, the nature of rogue enables you leeway in a sense. Since you may not always be expecting to do well, but rather just
By the
hoping to have fun,
puzzle.
you
Okay.
can do away with hefty
Dude, I-
purchases until you're eventually ready for them.
Maybe it was, you know, okay, we'll see.
At a point in your card game career,
'Cause
you've probably heard the
damaging
meme
this
of,
isn't that,
or even
like-
seen
oh,
in real
fuck.
time, that one player online who wants to duel with the conditions of no meta, no XYZ, no synchro, no fusion, etc.,
Yeah, I own
etc.,
a fish for
etc.
Giovanni,
Though this
right?
specific
Oh,
scenario
that's
is
fair.
a dime in a dozen,
Well,
the concept of playing rogue to avoid meta is one some players do adhere to.
I don't think it matters,
Meta,
right?
per
Like,
definition, can be really competitive, and that doesn't appeal to everyone. There are those that even dislike the fact that meta is so strong and oppressive, and prefer to play an archetype that seems more reasonable
Form. I
and
think we
fair to
have
them.
to.
There's nothing wrong with this, of
I don't
course.
know.
Everyone is entitled to their own preferences at the end
The
of the
Mars
day.
fucked me.
If you simply don't like playing meta, Rogue is always there as your alternative. Rogue decks
Talk
mean
to
a lot for the
Giovanni
player
trust.
base.
I
For
think
some,
Talk to
they're a call to
Giovanni
action.
could've
For some, they're a means of
I think the
self-expression.
Giovanni was for
And for some,
Rampardos.
they're an escape from the occasional downsides of the upper echelon of competitive play. Regardless of why you play Rogue, we can at least acknowledge that
Wait.
this type of playstyle
Okay, if I
is a
get
staple
Cyrus,
in
maybe we
any
get
card
there.
game out there.
Never
Now,
mind. He
I'm
has
sure there are
two
details I
fucking-
missed here or there,
What the
and or
fuck?
overarching
Why are
points
these
that
two
could be brought up
usable?
on the
Oh my
topic.
god.
If
There's
you
no one
catch
for
anything of the sort,
Ray
please let me
Bud.
know in the comments
Yeah.
below.
Bud.
Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content
Buzz,
and want me
buzz.
to make more.
Oh my god,
Otherwise,
I completely
this
forgot
is why you play Rogue decks.
I mean, that was pleasant, you know. Typical, like, lo-fi beat, video essay. Bro thinks it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Shut up. Come on. Soft OPT. I'm sorry, I never got to a board that was developed that... Oh my god. Alright, I think that's all from the what's called? The queue. I don't know if anyone wants to load up any other react from the queue, but... In that case, I will just go on Cocomelon. The Perpetual Maze. Who wants to see Mimigul? Floodgate people. Hold on. I like the Buzz deck a lot. Nice. Uh-oh. We're fucked. This deck. We fucking. No, we're fucked. This is like the other bad matchup. You control over your game all the time. That makes sense. So Galio. Like you don't get fucked by like opening Celestia, which is nice. Mushroom Lion? Oh my god. Wait, okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. The rare candy meta scarred me. Fair enough. Okay, he's charging that thing. This is so bad. I don't like where this is headed. Dude, this is actually a bad matchup. Brother! Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I can't wait, July ban list. Let's go, Change League. Exciting. I wonder what set we'll get at the end of this month. I heard we're gonna get A3B. I think it's bait to attack with this Rampardos. Yeah, I heard there's a placeholder, at least in Pokemon Zo, for A3B. Yeah, from Sun and Moon, I don't know, dude. There's like those two weird Ultra Shifter at 3. Which gen is it gonna be? Well, A3B is still Sun and Moon. So like, honestly, it beats me. I have no idea what's next. Oh, that's true. Revelry wasn't set, so it could be anything. You're right. Shining Revelry. It would be similar to Shining Revelry. Yes. 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 Okay. I think we're just gonna pass back. Let's see if he gets greedy with the Solga. Fuck Revelry for introducing shiny scams. Oh, he got greedy with the Solga. Ryzeal on the way. Let's go. Ryzeal. Fuck Revelry for introducing Tina. Dude, Revelry introduced like 9 fucking EXs. This is a misplay, right? Am I misunderstanding? Isn't this a misplay? Like I'm dealing hella big damage. Okay, I'll do a Gladion just to get. Oh, we got Time Null. We're so goated. Alright, so we just get free damage off this. And then he's playing into Cyrus next turn. Okay, if he has Rare Candy, we might be fucked, but. Ryuba.
Oh, you want a villain? Let me show you how I evil. Oh, you think I'm difficult? I'll show you on my T-bill. Sharpshooter, lethal chopper, push it like an eagle. Whack-a-mole, your wizard.
Rare Candy?
Gotta crush.
Well, even if you Rare Candies here, it's still not enough. Bro, I think he fucked up. You can retreat here? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, we get the Weather Trio next seat? Let's go. So he's gonna send out chump blockers here. Okay, now we don't have to worry about double Solga Leo. I think that was our only loose condition. Double Solga. Dude, he got greedy. Bro got greedy. One more. Oh, if we top deck Cyrus, we're insane. What are you doing, brother? Ooh, wah, wah. Orm. Interesting. Okay, we got the rank up. I don't think there's only one way to throw this game. Only absolutely one way to throw it. Oh my god, I love this song. I'm begging you. Pass turn. Honestly, it was attached to Sil Valley. I've lost games because I have like a bench here in the path. Oh my god. Begging you. Begging you. Ooh, I forgot to thank him. I forgot to thank bro. Ooh, 30 minutes. We get another pack. Maybe we'll finally get a playable Ray Ray. Yeah. You know what they might do? They might do a Dragon Ray. They might do a Dragon Ray. Oh, do you think they'll make a Delta Stream version of it? Or whatever the Mega Ray is. Shining Rebel. No Kyogre? Yeah, why did we get Ray anyway? And no... Like... Dragon Ascent, let's go. Yo, wait, this art is actually really good. Holy shit. Wait, hold on. You see him slice that building? Oh my god, and he's like right in front in the foreground. Oh my god, I love this. God, I don't have this shit. This is good. Holy shit. Begging you. Mega Rain TCG is meta before? Let's go. Who are these two? 5, 6. Are those the remaining two Ultra Beasts? Nice, all of them have full form. I didn't know she had a Dell Mines. I'm begging you. Alright, we're still at the risk of deranking though. Yeah, it sucks we have just a crown rare. Surprisingly. No other, the gold one looks head ass. Alright, what is Materia Actor gonna do? Have I escaped the mirror? Oh no, it's this fucking deck. I do not have a good win rate against this deck. Oh no, this is bad. 3D FAs in general. Yeah. Have you tried Blacephalon? Just a little bit. I could switch to it. But it might be one of those situations where you improve the matchup a little bit. I still don't. I think it's good. I think it's good, but for me, it's still like I would crash out if I start with Blacephalon. Orm. Do we even use research here? I think we hold on to the research, unironically. And he's not gonna play into Cyrus, is he? He might int, actually. Maybe we just oh, I think we bait him into Pheromosa. Yeah, Pheromosa, and then our win con is the Cyrus. Yeah, okay. So he's definitely gonna eat. He's gonna take the Pheromosa ping. And then we have Cyrus to hit the thruster, dude. Oh my god, he took. Oh my god, I love playing with hidden information like this. His Cyrus clears Rampardos. No, that's fine. We don't need it. Our Cyrus clears the third prize, right? Alright, what will be troll though is if he Red card. Okay, yeah, that was a troll. That was that was what I was hoping would not happen. Now we need to draw into Cyrus. Lusamine. Oh my god, this is getting worse. This is getting worse and worse. I mean, to be honest, it was kind of your opponent conceded. Well, thank you for the R. Well, thank you. Da, 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 Here, let's try the Blacephalon deck again. I'm pretty sure I built it. If not, do they not play healing? I don't know. To be fair, healing. I think he felt like, I don't know, he didn't have enough bench to switch out. I think he was too far behind on points because if what he would have used the big punch, right? And he's unable to. Yeah, it's hard to say. I think after using the big punch to KO my Valley, these people don't know how to play this matchup. To be fair, if I queued up, I probably wouldn't know. Wait, hold on. Where's my other deck? Weedle, Glow Up, Eggvine. I'm still missing a Shiinotic. Where did it go? Oh my god. Even Big Punch wouldn't KO the Rampardos? It's weak to grass. It's weak to grass, unfortunately. But like, I think the problem was if he was trying to get the Big Punch to go through, he needed a second Celesteela. So I don't know. Maybe he only ran one. But he would basically be vulnerable to a one-shot. You just have to Celesteela tank the full hit from Valley. True. You only sacrifice most of the Pokeball, true. But I mean, like, I just need to take one. I needed one last prize, so. Alright, I'll build a deck. Yeah. Building deck. Type shit. Let's go Buzzwole finally. Wait, Buzzwole? I'm not playing Buzzwole. I'm playing Blacephalon. I'm still playing some Valley shit. No, I do have Buzzwole. 4.5 Exo Guard. Let's go. What the hell? Blacephalon. No. I'll play Buzzwole when I get a chance. Like, there's still plenty of time to get to Master Ball. Blacephalon. Oh, is it Blacephalon? I'm stupid. Why am I thinking of the stupid Yu-Gi-Oh card? I'm thinking of the stupid Yu-Gi-Oh card. Brain rot. What's wrong with that? What's wrong? I don't have any full art Sylvalies. I'm so sick. Type ship. Ha 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 ha. Need one more flare to pour both coffees? Yeah. Da, 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 da. Okay, where's my Pokeball? Pokeball. Guess not. Okay, Rocket. Oh wait, oh, I skipped over Leaf. Oh, Rocky Helmet. Leaf. Where's Mars? Worm. There you are. Where's PCL? There you are. Gladion, Lusamine. Oh, I forgot I have the full art! I have full art Gladion. Let's go. What a great surprise. Oh, I'm missing Pokeball. Alright, what's my win rate with this deck? You just realized? Yeah. I know, it could have been like... It's kind of an okay supporter. Season records, 31-12. Let me update my little Discord post about this one. 31-12. Okay, that's like closer. Last time we had like 75% win rate, which is like not realistic. In the low. 69 is not that bad. Okay, we're at 1236 points with this guy. Okay, so we climbed up quite a bit with this. And so we just need, so yeah, 214 to get the 450. Alright, let's just... No! We wrong deck. Never mind. 72% win rate where? Like earlier. What happened to it? I just played offline. I ran into the mirror and like and got cooked. I ran into like 3 mirrors in a row and like got Tapu. Okay, this seems like a doable matchup. Especially we're going second. I think we can do this. Poison Barb. Gladion. Oh my god, bro. This should be splashed everywhere. Gladion more like Glaceon, bro. Okay. Tapu. Oh, he added Cell Valley. That's crazy. Might as well. We don't really need this poke to go through. But I guess it's like Tapu Lele. Yeah, Tapu Lele. Tapu Nene. So Valley's HP is actually kind of low thinking about it. Ah, shit. We're gonna get revenge killed. We're getting revenge killed. Shit. I guess we can revenge kill back, so it's not a big deal. Oh my god. It is tanky. Oh, he needs Giovanni. We didn't get hurt. He didn't damage me. Oh, because he had to charge the type null. So these Tapu Leles aren't doing anything. Oh my god, I need to pay attention more. Okay, you need Giovanni then. So that okay, we knew that from the earlier Gladion. Fuck! He's back in the game. Oh my god. This is bad. Other fossil? What do you mean other fossil? You mean we ramp up the skull fossil? Okay, I think this is fine. I don't know. Don't we get revenge killed by a Sylvali? Okay, Gladion and Sylvali. You're trying to put Kratos on a new fossil? Oh, then I fucked up then. I see. Then I misplayed then. This was placed earlier. That's what you mean. So then I turned delayed my Kratos for no reason, and we could have killed the Sylvali. That's what you're telling me. Orm. So no, I'm just ass at the game. Giant case. I mean, sure. Alright, we just pray this works. There's like no way he doesn't have a supporter to revenge kill. Oh, I'm so annoyed. Maybe with Sylvali, then we can switch out. Nah, it's a little risky. I don't know. Even if we survive, we don't. We just. Oh my god, Giovanni. I don't know. I think I misplayed. I think that's more on me. Oh my god, there's no way this guy plays double Giovanni. I'm sick. Bro hates the mirror. Unfortunate. I think, okay, I trolled that one. Warm. Embarrassing. Alright, let's do Bucephalon. Why is there fucking Centurion combo in my fucking Ryuge deck? Oh, this is kind of nice. We're going second. We have the Rocky Helmet. Did we get a heads? That's pretty hype. Why does everyone use Centurion as a side piece? Dang. They're not loyal. Dang it! Would have been nice. But we still threaten the KO next turn, so it's not like we need it. That's annoying. Da, 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 da. Oh my god. It's okay, we have Silvally. Red card? Oh my god. Okay, we have to gamble on our Gladion. That's not ideal. Yay! Clown is here, let's go, yeah. Clown is here. Under the surface. Does this have to be active? No. Okay, cool. I mean, we could just leave. Oh my god. Am I really gonna click on a Triff Gaming tweet? If no powers, the only change in Edison and Edison plays because who gives a fuck? It's literally the exact same game unless I'm missing there's more changes. Okay. I think I'll save Leap for later. I mean, I don't think it's gonna matter at the end of the day. I think, if anything, and that's whatever that situation is, it's up to the community to tank it's up to the community to tank what's it called? The attendance, and we'll see. Like, I don't know, I'm not really, for what it's worth, I don't really think, if it doesn't have like a huge impact on deck diversity, I'm not really that upset that they're gonna make changes like that. The community tournaments that retain those changes are always gonna be there. So, like I said, it's up to the format library community to not show up to those events and communicate that they don't like the changes. And if they end up attending those events anyway, then they're like, I don't know. I don't know what to say. They're pretty fried. They're fried. Yeah, this is textbook. This is textbook. Boy, Sigma boy, Sigma boy. Sigma boy, Sigma boy. Nice. I mean, to be fair, I think he didn't play that well. I don't know why he was so eager to send out the Buzzwole so early. Like, I think he could have waited a bit, but whatever. Maybe it didn't matter. He was just prolonging. He was just accelerating. Let's go! We love starting with Blast. It's like a 50-50, right? Oh no. Well, Solana seems okay in these situations, but... Oh my god. I don't even think the Rocky Helmet's doing anything. Ultra, bro. Okay, if there's a chance, if there's any chance we have, it's this. It's versus this deck. Okay. Sigma boy, Sigma boy, Sigma boy. Maybe we charge Blacephalon and then. Iono? That's annoying, but not the end of the world. They just open the combo, it don't matter. Red card. Not having a So Valley sucks. Oh my god, I'm so sick. Well, we don't have So Valley yet, so I'm not that cheesed. It don't work. You're done. Giratina, sure. This shit looks like it has hella setup. Okay, he's charging that. Rare candy. Oh my god. Solgaleo! Bruh. That's nice. Okay, the Giratina is not very useful here, right? Because he has to AFK. What is this deck? Stop! Stop seeing your engine. Okay, we get another Blacephalon. I think we're in a good spot. He's dead? Oh, I forgot there's 130 damage. What the fuck was this deck? Be for real. What did I just witness? Bro opened everything and he couldn't beat open Blacephalon. Bro freak, oh my god. Hand looped me. He hand looped me too. He slowed me down for like 3 turns. Literally everything was every turn was Ultra Cosplay the cheers in the back, yeah. I feel like every turn he got right, except for the last one with the Solgaleo, but oh my god. I don't know, okay, like, to comment more on the Edison thing, I hope the change was also for, like, judges. Because I imagine judges don't have an easy time referencing past rulings. You would need someone with experience from the past to enforce those, and like there's like judge disputes. Oh, the fucking mirror. And like the other thing is like, okay, we went first, so that's nice. We went second. Oh, is that? Oh, it's Blacephalon. It's literally the fucking mirror. Bruh. Oh, okay, this is just Charizard. Okay, this is Charizard. I don't know if it's even like they're allowed to look at format library. That seems like another complication. Yeah, that just seems like an annoying complication. So as long as it's something more, you know, that to me is like a practical reason to you just pull up the cards on Neuron. Do they have the previous erratas? Goddamn. No, I mean I was hoping for double heads. I don't know what No, that's what I'm saying. Current text for cards. No. I was saying like back when the people would abide by erratas, like the previous erratas, before they got errated. Like what was the reference for that? Like I can't imagine it's format library. Like I understand that they're implementing is basically Master Duel. You just kind of have to know. So that sounds like a problem. That sounds problematic. That sounds like a total like. I understand how, like I said, like the Edison community, the one that's existing, representing, like what the fuck? Oh, I guess I'll just burn the leaf, I guess. I'll burn the leaf. Yeah, like the community that's like, advocating for like the revival and, hopes that like Konami recognizes the historical accuracy of the format. Like that piece of community, I understand. Like that, like, this change is pretty ass. But like, I don't know, man. Like I said, they it's up to them to put, their money where their mouth is, Like they're the ones, if they have like the, No, I can't activate Lusamine. That's not good. This is not good, actually. Maybe I got too greedy. Ooh, he didn't attack. Pokemon Center Lady. I can't activate this. He can't attack? Why not? Is it because he just gets KO'd? Is that what he's worried about? Well, I can't like boost damage. Yeah, okay, so it's because of that. I see. Well, he has to take the damage. Like this Charizard's not safe. This is so bad. Maybe I should have boosted the Blacephalon. Gladion. Oh, wow. I didn't realize. Okay, so you can. Okay, so you can fail to find as long as the information's hidden. Yeah, I think we don't even attack. He has to stoke it up. And then we just deal clean 100 damage on him. Actually, it's like 120 because of the Rocky Helmet. This deck doesn't run Sabrina or Cyrus. This is just straight up Unga Bunga. Pokecoms. If he Mars me, I'm probably screwed. Fortnite is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Graveyard out of IP. Let's go. I think I want the flexibility of it. Oh, let's do this, yeah. Hard ramp plus stuff on. My bad. I know what you mean, because then we don't use the Lusamine if we draw a relevant trainer. Yeah. I think you're right. Lily. Okay, we've been no. Oh, we just die. We just kill him because of the Rocky Helmet. That kind of sucks. Taking that residual damage, but okay. Losing to Blacephalon, it's over. That's the one saving grace of that one Soak Charizard. Like, you have to take damage. Like, it's probably not good as a late game closer. Oops, I forgot that. Alright, I'll stick around for like 30 more minutes. But it seems like we're in a good spot. Ooh. It's Rampardos. Nice. Sigma, Sigma boy, Sigma boy.
The power is yet unknown. 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 The power is yet unknown.
That's not good. But this is like not good. Oh, I should check my wonder picks. I mean, it's I don't like it, but it doesn't seem like he has Rampardos. But he did resolve Gladion. Full Valley, yeah, we kind of knew that. Mars, are you joking? Gladion finally. Oh, we got lucky. We got lucky with the. We got Giga lucky with the Lusamine top deck. If we draw us a Valley, I'll cry. Actually, no, I won't. Alright, also praying he doesn't hit heads with Quick Blow. Alright, praying for tails. We're praying on the top deck. That's on that flip, coin flip. That's so funny. Oh my god, we're goated. Yeah, W. This is still not like we could still lose. Like he could have rare candy. So maybe it would switch out. Research, yeah, there's a chance of rare candy. Never mind. He bricked. W indeed. Alright, now we accept the W. No rare candy. Not bad. Let's do. This hand. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. No, this is so bad. This is bad. Ay, let me put a Rocky helmet on you. Ay, that's the worst case. I got 5. What is going on with these draws? Oh my god. The Cocoa Melon is being covered? Really? Oh shit, is it because of this? Oh my god. Hold on. Give me yeah, okay. Oh, sucks. Gladion. It's okay. Dude, not even Rocky Helmet gets me out of here. This is so frick. Charizard Gladion. Yeah, Gladion's the new dude, there's no way he has Lily. Dude, now we have to prey on a heads, I think, next turn. Lily wins on the game on the spot, but that beats every that pretty much beats every deck. Charizard on curve plus Lily, in my opinion, beats every deck. There's so much that needs to go right here. It literally has to be heads. And he has to have no supporter. Alright. Baby steps. Alright, we're doomed. Doomed. That's okay. That was the first loss. Come here. It's not bad. This deck doesn't feel bad. Going first? Uh-oh. No Guzma. Not a good sign. Okay, cool. Gold Pokeball. Amazing. Okay, what is remaining 2 cards in hand? Guzzlord. I had a feeling he had Guzzlord. That's not good. I'm praying he doesn't hit heads. I don't like that. Your pack stamina. Let's go. Rocky helmet. Oh, that's good. That's good. Let's add the Rocky helmet. Okay, that's actually gonna be nice to put a dent on the Guzzlord. Okay, cool. Dun, dun. Maybe I should hold on to the Type Null on the bench for Gladion in case I draw into another Silvally. Maybe I should be doing that more often. So then I could do, perform fail to find more often. That might be a genuine misplay. Are you kidding me? There's still Silvally? I know, I'm just saying, like, if I top deck Silvally or something like that. Alright, Tails, please. Fuck you. What is this? Okay, it doesn't matter. Alright. Okay, we're chipping it pretty well. This guy pretty hard. And also he's leading with this. He's not using Lusamine. He's not using Lusamine to boost the Guzzlord. Oh, thank God. Okay, we're so back. But all right, hopefully he has no heals. He's probably gonna switch out the Guzzlord. Yeah, you little. Oh, that's bad, actually. Okay, let's say I leave here. This is kind of sus, but I want to preserve the Rocky Helmet, I think. Maybe I didn't play that route correctly. He should have charged the Nihilego. I guess it doesn't matter because he has Lusamine. Jesus, 30 damage this turn. No Cyrus, which makes the Cyrus makes things so difficult. No Cyrus makes things so difficult. So he uses Lusamine here. He takes damage. I go type null, Salt Valley. Lusamine, sure. Lusamine's fine. He takes damage. We just type null. We don't need to. Celesteela. Oh gosh. Okay, we don't have to worry about any residual damage. Alright, so I think next turn he's going to Lusamine. Like, the Guzzlord's not doing anything without Lusamine. I think I know how he wins. He has to hit 2 tails. He has to hit 2 tails. You're fucking kidding me. Oh my god. Rocky Helmet is pretty good though. Wait, no, we still win. We still win. Oh my god, are you kidding me? The thrusters. Are you serious? Yeah, I think we're fine. I still have to pray he doesn't hit tails. what's our next top deck? Oh, Lusamine. Lusamine's our next top deck. Okay, cool. Wait, we win. Everything we do one shots. Rocky Helmet, sure. Is it 2 cards? Yeah. They're both Lusamine. They're both Lusamine. Oh my god. Alright, do not mess this up. Oh my god. Dude! I'm not gonna lie, brother. I think not having Cyrus in these stupid ass metas where they just shuffle around with thrusters does suck. She don't know you? Holy shit, dude. Yeah, she don't know me. I don't have the full art. Okay, we'll do one more game. That was stressful as fuck. The stupid ass Guzzlord, fat ass, 170 HP. Rocky Helmet was the only reason when I think I was in the game. Cause he couldn't, like, yeah, he could have like cheesed me with that, you know, the minus energy, but I think it's such a weak attack that Rocky Helmet cheeses, like discourages him from spamming it. But dude, double thrusters is so that ability is so annoying. Oh no. Oh no. Please be Necrozma. I don't think it's Necrozma. I think it's Shiinotic. I think starting Blacephalon. At least you have Leaf? I know. Truly. I think I have to burn the Gladion. Okay, we got the type null. We're back. We're going first? Yeah, we're going second. Maybe I'll put a Rocky Helmet on you. Dude, I don't want to play in a... If I put a second Rocky Helmet here, I'm playing around Sabrina. In a way. But then I don't want to play into stupid ass... I think we just hold on to it. I don't know how you have that many cards in hand. Also, I don't play red card. I don't play. I do play Mars. Yeah, must be nice. They don't play X Speed in Solovia. Oh, you know what? You're right. You need to put it on Blacephalon. Okay. Fair enough. Now we really need Lusamine. We really need Lusamine. Like, okay, yeah, Brave Buddies, sure. If we top deck Lusamine, we win. That's for sure. But we don't, like, I don't know. There's nothing better. No, Shiinotic. Lilies, whatever. This doesn't matter, yeah. We still need Lusamine. Damn. I mean, no, this could get us. Blacephalon, now. That's whatever. Oh, mismatched. Mismatched. We might still win. They Sabrina trust. I trust in my deck to give me the card I need. I needed Savali or Gladion. Bro, these terrible top decks. One card off. Dude, we're so close. Alright, I'll just concede. The one supporter rule fucking me. Alright, I think that's enough. This deck doesn't seem too bad, but you want to explode whenever you open Blacephalon. I'll still keep playing more of it when I get a chance. I think this can get to Master Ball just fine. I don't know how you beat Solgaleo though. Solgaleo just seems really strong. Alright, I think I'm gonna send you all out. Send you all out. Sounds like a good time to take a break. Alright. I think there shouldn't be a surprise who we're rating. It is Jelly's birthday. So let's just say hi. Thanks for streaming. Yeah, I might stream later. I would say closer to like, I'm just gonna go to sleep, take a nap, work on some stuff. Bye bye. Yeah, bye bye. You just gotta lock in. I think I'll do Yu-Gi-Oh. If I do Yu-Gi-Oh, it'll probably be like 14 hours from now, which is kind of earlier than I'm used to than my previous streams, but yeah, it's all good. We'll just do Yu-Gi-Oh. But this was a nice change of pace. I didn't feel like playing Yu-Gi-Oh, especially because like also like it doesn't really matter that much, right? But I feel bad streaming while Jelly's doing her stuff. But that's just me, okay? So what better way to like just stream, tank my viewership with Pocket, and just have Arya on the second monitor, you know? So that was basically why I decided to do Pocket today. But also, like, I don't want a repeat of last time, you know, when I was actually laddering dual level max and I was just not paying attention at all. You know what I mean? Like, it's bad. So we'll lock in. All right, bye bye. Thank you for watching. Mwah.